The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and/or future. Well, good afternoon. My name is Ron Zuck, and welcome to the program for the second day of August, 2023. With you today and tomorrow, and then we'll figure out after tomorrow what we're doing for the rest of the regular season. You think we have one more week of games to do? Today we're doing the games of September 27th. It's a rare Thursday broadcast for us as far as day of the week of the game is concerned, but we have a pretty big one at Wrigley Field between the Houston Astros and the Chicago Cubs. The Astros' magic number is 4. They're 89 and 63. The Cubs are the leaders right now in the National League wild card race. So it's pretty foregone conclusion the Astros are going to win the division. The Cubs control their own destiny, however, for a wild card spot. And so that's the setup for you on a windy, and I mean windy, day on the north side of Chicago. Kevin Tapani looking for his 10th win of the year, going against Shane Reynolds. That's the setup for you. Baseball next! As Retro Sports Network presents 2001, an Action PC Season Odyssey. Today, from Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois, it's the Chicago Cubs and the Houston Astros. In today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, and wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Good morning, Bernie. So it will be Kevin Tapani on the hill for the Cubs. He's 37 years old, making his last start of the 2001 season. 9 and 6, a 3.65 ERA, having a good one. He throws a fastball at a Bugs Bunny 86 and is a standard pitcher. And again, making his last start of the year. He pitched down in Houston 5 days ago on the 22nd, a 5-1 win, which he did not get a decision, despite the fact he threw 6 2/3. 97 pitches, 6 hits, a run. It was earned in 4 strikeouts. So Tapani, 162 and 2/3 innings, 156 hits, 75 runs, 76 earned, 24 home runs allowed. He's walked 34, good control, while striking out 167. And against Houston, his start number is, you know what? He doesn't even have a decision against the Astros. 14 and 2/3, 20 hits, 10 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts, and an earned run average of 614. The lineup he'll face in this big game in Chicago: Craig Biggio leads off at second base. Julio Lugo at short will bat second. Jeff Bagwell at first will go third. Lance Berkman in left cleans up. Richard Hidalgo in center batting fifth. Orlando Merced in right will go sixth. Vinny Castilla at third batting seventh. Eusebio behind the plate goes eighth, and Reynolds in his 110 pitches will bat ninth. Rondell White is a 4 and a 3 as we set the Cubs defense for you. Michael Tucker is a 3 and a 3 in center. Sammy Sosa and you a 6 and a 7 in right. That's not Bobby Ojeda, but it is an Ojeda. He's a 5 at third. Ricky Gutierrez a 3 at short. Eric Young a 4 at second. Fred McGriff a 4 at first. Not good. Todd Hundley is an 8 and a 1 behind the plate. That's about as opposite as you can get. Kevin Tapani is 7 on the mound with a 9.72 fielding percentage. How you doing, Big Dave? So the plan is this one today, and tomorrow these two teams will play in the first of a doubleheader. And we'll have a National League East game of importance for you in the nightcap. Biggio stepping in at 321. It's a night game, by the way, at Wrigley. 23 homers, 80 RBI, 68 degrees. That's the good news. The wind is blowing in from right field at 37 miles an hour. Good luck poking one out to right field tonight. So Tapani starts the ball game. Strike 3. Got him on a 1-2 fastball swinging. Brings up Lugo. Julio at 268, 10 homers, and 32 RBI. Tapani deals. Here's a ground ball to third. Ojeda is there. Over to McGriff. And Fred will make the play. 2 out. Here's Jeff Bagwell at 250, 27 homers, 91 RBI. Line drive to third. Ojeda's there, and he makes the catch. How about that? Astros go in order on this windy night in Chicago. After half an inning, no score. Shane Reynolds, who has really had a magnificent year. And in fact, he has 2 more starts after this. He's won his last 4 decisions. 16-3 with an earned run average of 328, making his 26th start. Shane is 33, throws the splitter fastball at 83, and is a ground ball pitcher. His last appearance came 5 days ago in Houston, in that game where they lost 5-1 to the Cubs. No decision over 7 innings. In fact, Reynolds threw 104 pitches, 5 hits, and didn't allow a run. 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. Overall, Shane 172 2/3, 188 hits, 71 runs, 63 earned. He's given up 14 homers, walking 35, and striking out 110. So this will be the lineup he'll face. Eric Young will lead off for the Cubs. Ricky Gutierrez at short will bat second. Sammy Sosa in right cleans up, or will bat third, rather. Fred McGriff cleans up at first. How you doing, Mike from the truck? Rondell White will bat fifth and play left field. Michael Tucker in center, batting sixth. Todd Hundley behind the plate, going seventh. Ojeda, again, not Bobby, at third. He'll go eighth. And Tapani, who threw 11 pitches in his half of the first, will bat ninth. Defensively for the Stros, Lance Berkman a 5 and a 5 in left. Richard Hidalgo a 7 and a 6 in center. Orlando Merced is a 6 and a 6 in right. Castilla is a 5 at third. Lugo a 7 at short. Biggio a 3 at second. Bagwell a 6 at first. Eusebio, I think that's Tony, is a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Shane Reynolds is a 7 on the mound with a 1,000 fielding percentage. Eric Young, 289, 7 homers, and 49 RBI. Reynolds starts the ball game with a base hit in the left center field. So EY has 32 steals and is on first for Gutierrez. Ricky at 265, 8 homers, and 53 RBI. I imagine the right-handed Reynolds will throw over to first. He does not. That's a shallow fly ball to left. Berkman running way in there to make the catch for the out, and Eric Young is back in the bag at first. For slamming Sammy Sosa, again, not going to finish anywhere near the 64 he hit in real life in 01. At 290, 44 homers, and 117 RBI. This time they throw to first, and Young got picked off. He was leading too far, and Reynolds threw him out. So 2 out, nobody on now for Sammy Sosa, who has not received a pitch yet. Pitch to Sammy, line drive to Lugo, and there go the Cubs after 1. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. Young got thrown out trying to go to second, no score. So Berkman, Hidalgo, and Merced to face Tapani, the former Twin pitcher. And the second, Lance at 343, 26 homers, and 113 RBI. Gets away from Hundley on strike 3. The throw down to McGriff is in time. Hundley dropped it, picked it up, and threw him out. So 2-3 on the K. We had a case the other day of someone actually reaching on a drop strike 3. That doesn't happen very often. Richard Hidalgo is at 282, 14 homers, and 87 RBI. Popped up left side. That's going to go in the outfield. White is there. 2 out. For Orlando Merced. Orlando at 275. 7 homers and 15 RBI. Fly ball, center field. Tucker running in, rides the Schwinn, makes the catch. And that will do it. After an inning and a half, no runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Astros nothing, the Cubs nothing. So it'll be McGriff, White, and Tucker here in the bottom of the second for Chicago. Fred at 286, 10 homers, and 35 RBI. Ground ball to first. Bagwell will take it himself. Reynolds is there to help, and McGriff is out either way. He flipped it to Reynolds on a close play, a bang-banger, and they got him. Rondell White at 306, 14 homers and 55 RBI. Game 153 for both teams, so including this, 9 left. The Astros' magic number for the Central is 4. The Cubs control their own destiny for the National League wild card. Pitch to White. Ground ball to Lugo. Julio flings it over to Bagwell for the out. 2 away for Tucker. Michael at 248. 7 home runs and 32 RBI. Slow chopper to Biggio. Craig flicks it over to Bagwell, and that will retire the side. Cubs go in order in the second. We got ourselves the start of a pitcher's duel. After 2, no score. So Castilla, Eusebio, and Reynolds to face Tapani here in the third. Vinny at 264, 19 homers, and 62 RBI. Struck him out. An 0-2 fastball got him. So here's Tony Eusebio. Tony at 305, 7 homers, and 30 RBI. Tapani will plunk him. So Tapani, who had retired the first 7 Ben, hits number 8 on an inside cutter. And that brings up Shane Reynolds, who's hitting .078. If you want to know how good the stats are in this game, the batting average is 1 point off. Last at-bat of the year scheduled at-bat of the year for Shane. It does have 3 RBI. It has a homer waiting for him, too. Won't be there. Fly ball to right. Sosa, in that 37-mile-an-hour wind, makes the catch. And there's 2 out for Biggio. So the opening 9 for Tapani. 33 pitches, 2 2/3, and 3 strikeouts. Biggio struck out to start the ball game. So the second time through for Tap. Pitch to Biggio. Craig pops it up left side. Ojeda will make the grab, and that will do it. Again, no runs, no hits, no errors for the Astros, but they do leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the third here at Wrigley. No score. So it'll be Hundley, Ojeda, and Tapani tied at 212, 11 homers, and 35 RBI. Struck him out. First K for Shea. Comes on a 1-2 curve, swung on and missed. So he tasted the rainbow all right and some of that wind. Now here is, we have his pitcher up there on the right side, Augie Ojeda. Augie at 172, no homers, and 6 RBI. I wonder if that was the first Augie to be in the majors since the retirement, either in the late 40s or early 50s, of Augie Gallen. Galan, or a high school teammate of Bernie's. Pitch to Ojeda. Augie hits a ground ball to Biggio, in on the grass, over to Bagwell. and that is the second out. So here's Tapani, Kevin at 208 with 5 RBI. Reynolds deals. Struck him out. So 2 for Reynolds on the inning. He swung on and missed the fastball. No runs, no hits, no errors. And it's taking us all of 15 minutes to play 3 innings. After 3, Astros nothing, Cubs nothing. So Lugo, Bagwell, and Berkman. Julio is 0 for 1. Tapani starts the 4th. Ground ball to Young. Eric on the grass throws to first, and Lugo will have to wait again to extend his hitting streak. Brings up Bagwell. Again, it's 67 here at Wrigley. The wind is shifted in from right center, but it's still the highest I've ever seen for a game in Action PC baseball. 37 miles an hour. The bleachers are singing the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald out there. Pitch to Bagwell. There's a fly ball left field. White goes back, makes the catch. 2 out for Lance Berkman. Lance has a strikeout to go with his 0 for 1. Tapani deals. Got him. That's 4 for Kevin. What an outing so far. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th here at Wrigley, no score. So here are the standings. The Phillies lead the Marlins by 2, the Braves by 4. So the Braves streak in some serious jeopardy with 10 days to go for Atlanta. The Central, we said, is pretty much over. It's 7 games for Houston over Chicago, but at 82 and 70, they do have a 1-game lead in the wild card. Houston can clinch tomorrow if they win today. In the West, San Francisco, their magic number is 5. They're 87 and 66. Arizona, again, they don't control their own destiny for anything. And the Dodgers are just a game and a half back. Their elimination number is 3. Yankees lead the Red Sox by half a game. And it probably won't be this week since we're only on with you tomorrow. But we'll try to get, if this continues to be so close, coming in the last week of the season, then we'll all go over to Dave's house with some Lysol. So the Yankees lead the Red Sox by half a game. The White Sox, I think, are going to be the first team to clinch a division. They lead the Indians by 8. And in the West, Seattle and Oakland are both in the playoffs. And it's looking more and more like Seattle will win the division and Oakland will be the wild card and go to New York. Right? No, go to Chicago. Well, wherever you are listening to this broadcast, we are happy you're with us. Just remember to wash your hands after. Eric Young will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Reynolds, perfect, or 9 up, 9 down, kind of, for the first 9. He faced the minimum. That's what I'm trying to say. 34 pitches. The hit was Young, but he got thrown out or picked off first base. Reynolds deals. Struck him out. That's 3 for Shane. Full count fastball got him looking. And that'll bring up Gutierrez. Ricky is 0 for 1. That is the lone hit of the ball game. Chopper to third. Castilla will pick it up. Looked foul to me, but they wave it fair. And Gutierrez is retired on the ground out. 2 away for Sosa, who is 0 for 1. He was at the plate when Young got thrown out at first. Fly ball, left field. Back goes Berkman, away back there, and that's off the wall. Sammy thought he had 45. Instead, he's got a double, his 28th of the year, and the Cubs have a runner in scoring position, 2 out here in the 4th. So here's the crime dog, Fred McGriff, who is 0 for 1. Slow bounder down to Bagwell. Jeff takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Cubs strand a runner. Their first time today they've done it. No runs, a hit, and an error. We go to the fifth. It's the Cubs nothing, the Astros nothing. So it's a pensive crowd in the chat. Hidalgo, 0 for 1. Struck him out. That's 5 for Tapani. Kevin got him to swing and miss on a 1-2 curve. So here's Merced. He's, say it with me now, 0 for 1. Tapani winds and deals. Ground ball to McGriff. And Fred takes it to the bag. 2 away. So here's Castilla. Castilla, one of the 5 strikeouts. Nope, Sammy's not likely to get 60. He and Barry Bonds didn't get that good batch of vitamin B shots for this replay. Not at all. Although the last time we had the Giants on, he did smash his 50th to win a ball game right into McCovey Cove. Castilla, ground ball to third. Ojeda for the out. So halfway home, Kevin Tapani is throwing a no-no. Call your mommies. 70 degrees and sunny and smells like fresh cut grass here in Burlington. It's the Astros nothing, the Cubs nothing. Where did... Oh. Well, if you joined us late, you haven't missed very much. Shane Reynolds is throwing a 2-hitter through 4 and has struck out 3. Kevin Tapani has a whole mess of bagels and 1-hit batsman. That's it. So it's no score. The Astros and the Cubs. As Rondell White steps in, he's 0 for 1. If the Cubs win, they strengthen their position as the NL wildcard leader. The Astros' magic number is 4. Base hit up the middle. Past Biggio, Hidalgo will get it. There is a 37-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from right center. It's blowing so hard that both Bob Dylan and Peter, Paul, and Mary are in the house. Because the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. Here's Michael Tucker. He is 0 for 1. White on first. Reynolds deals. Ground ball to Bagwell. They might get 2 out of this. Lugo for 1. And Tucker is going to reach. The throw was not in time. So 1 out. The speedy Tucker on first for Hunley. Todd is 0 for 1. He is struck out. They throw to first, and this time Tucker is back. Tucker not going. Struck him out. Shane got him on a full count fastball. Got him looking. Here is Augie Ojeda. Ojeda is 0 for 1. There's a ground ball to Bagwell, and Jeff will take it to the bag himself. And so again, another bagel on the board. After 5, no runs, no hits, no errors. No score. Everyone knows it's windy. As a kind of, I thought would be the words to the song. And remember, Wendy has stormy eyes. And she can touch the sky. That's about all. And has wings to fly up on the clouds. Eating a Farmer John hot dog. Da, 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 da. All right, Tony Eusebio has been the lone base runner for the Astros. He was hit his first time up. Tapani's also a Met, former Met too, so just keep that in mind if you're doing Immaculate Grid. Eusebio digs in. Yeah, a duel. Dueling gems. Ground ball, Tapani, first base side of the rubber, over to McGriff. One out. By the way, say hello to Feel My Buddha. Does that have anything to do with anything that might be in a Klingon ship magazine? Feel My Buddha is our latest follower, and again, back up to 284. So thanks for the follow. Here is Shane Reynolds. He is 0 for 1. Tapani's pitch struck him out. That's 6. Oh, 1-2 fastball on the outside corner. And that'll bring up Biggio. So Tapani's opening 18, 76 pitches, 5 2/3 innings, and 6 strikeouts. That's it. Biggio is 0 for 2, and he is 1 of Tapani's 6. Make it 7 for Kevin. My goodness, what a jam. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th here at Wrigley. The wind has calmed down a bit. It's only 31. No score. So here's Tapani. He struck out his first time up. Shane Reynolds has matched him bagel for bagel on the scoreboard. That's a base hit into center field. So Tapani becomes his own best friend for this one. Brings up Eric Young, opening 18 for Reynolds, 75 pitches, 5+ innings, 4 hits, and 4 strikeouts. Young singled to start the ball game for Chicago, then was picked off at first. He struck out his second time up. Base hit right side. Merced will pick it up. Not a very hard hit ball, but it was a seeing eye single, and that's the 5th hit for the Cubs. Here's Gutierrez. Ricky is 0 for 2. Eusebio and Reynolds have a word. Shane deals. Struck him out. That's 5 for Reynolds. And here comes slamming Sammy Sosa. Again, he only really has about 20 scheduled at-bats left. So in order to get his 64 homers, he'd have to homer every time up the rest of the way. So 1 out, Tapani on second, Young on first. Reynolds deals to Sosa, who's 1 for 2. That's in the left, and Berkman will track this one down for the out. Sosa, by the way, doubled his first time up, or second time up. So here's McGriff, who is 0 for 2. Again, runners on first and second. Now 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's into center. The crowd likes it. So does Hidalgo, who will make the catch to retire the side. After 6, yep, you got a pitcher's duel. It's the Astros nothing, the Cubs nothing. Well, the funny thing is, Jamie, the wind is blowing in from right center, not left center. So if it wasn't for Wendy, I wouldn't have a baked potato and chili. And if it wasn't windy, Sosa might have had 2 home runs today. Anything hit to right or right center is going to be slapped down like Wilt Chamberlain on a shot. Lugo, I believe, is a 7-game hitting streak on the line. He is 0 for 2. Tapani starts the 7th. There goes the no-hitter. Lugo will round first on the single. That's true, even left got blasted through the right to left gusts. Yeah, it is a windy and warm day here, or evening. Thursday night, September 27, 2001. Here's Bagwell. Jeff is 0 for 2. So the Astros get a hit. And he strikes out. Bagwell swung on and missed an 0-2 fastball. That's 8 for Tapani. 1 out for Berkman, who has struck out twice. There goes Lugo. The throw down to Gutierrez, and Julio has his 15th stolen base of the year. So 1-ball count. Berkman into left center. Back goes Tucker. And Michael will make the catch. Lugo goes back to the bag and tags. The throw to Ojeda. Julio is in there. So 2 outs in the 7th inning. The top of the 7th. Julio Lugo is the first runner for either team to be standing on third base. So here's Hidalgo. Richard is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Tapani deals. Hidalgo punches that one into left for a single. Would you believe that? Kevin Tapani took a no-hitter into the 7th inning and is now behind 1-0. Merced is 0 for 2. And yes, I can hear you saying in the chat, that's baseball, Susan. But even Alanis Morissette would find the irony in that. Merced into left center field, and that's long gone. And it's now 3-0 Houston. The wheels have fallen off Tapani's bike. Merced hits his 8th of the year. And that's gone. I haven't checked my email since I started. What is the Strat Hockey sale? So 2 out, 3-0 Stros. Here's Castilla. Vinny is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Ground ball to third. Ojeda has it. Over to McGriff. And that will retire the side. Stretch time, 3-0 Houston. So 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Astros. The Merced home run, a 2-run shot, has given Shane Reynolds some cushion. White, Tucker, and Hudley for the Cubs here in the 7th. Kevin's day is probably done regardless of what the Cubs do here. Took a no-hitter in the 7th and gave up 3 runs. White 1 for 2 with the single. Ground ball to Castilla at third. Over to Bagwell. And that is a 5-3 out. Brings up Michael Tucker, who is 0 for 2. There's a ground ball to Bagwell. Takes it to first for the out. 2 away for Todd Hundley, who has struck out twice. Third verse, same as the second. Bagwell at the line, steps on the bag, and that will retire the side. Tapani wants to start the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Cubs. We go to the 8th. 3-0 Astros. So Eusebio, who was the first base runner for Houston, and he only won the first 6 innings because he was hit by a pitch, is 0 for 1. Tapani starts the 8th with a single, and that'll do it. The Cubs can't afford to get further behind. Well, they might let him pitch to Shane Reynolds. Pitcher spot, Shane 0 for 2 with a strikeout, throwing a 5-hitter through 7. And Moises Alou, how do you do, comes in to pinch hit. So Reynolds' day is done. We'll put a wrap on that. Tapani I guess we're going to bring out Dave Weathers. Weathers, 1-3, over from the Reds, a 3.73 ERA. How you doing, Mr. Howard? Dave is 31. He came over on the deadline. Fastball pitcher at 91 and a ground ball pitcher. Stormy last pitched on the 9th, so he's almost 3 weeks full rest. 1 inning, 9 pitches, and a 4-3 loss to the Braves, and that's it. So overall for Dave, 31 1/3, 35 hits, 17 runs, 13 of those earned, 5 homers, 12 walks, and 21 strikeouts. So HOU stepping in. If you joined us late, Kevin Tapani of the Cubs took a no-hitter into the 7th, and then Hidalgo and Merced broke his heart. Pitch to HOU, and that's a base hit in the right field. I forgot to give you Moises' numbers. HOU coming into this at-bat, 333, 30 homers, and 120 RBI. As a pinch hitter, 4 for 8, so now 500 as a pinch hitter. With 2 homers and 3 RBI. First and second, nobody out for Biggio. Craig has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. Up the middle might be 2. Young, no, only play is to McGriff at first. And so it'll be Eusebio on third, HOU on second. For Lugo, who was 1 for 3, now has an 8-game hitting streak, I think. He has scored and stole his 15th base. Both teams have 5 hits. No errors. The Astros are up 3-0, and the Cubs have straightened 4 to Houston's 1. Pitch to Lugo. There's a ground ball to Young. Eusebio is going to try and score. The throw goes to the plate, and they did not get him. It was close. Hundley put down the tag on his counterpart, but no, sir. So it's 4-0 Houston. Bagwell 0 for 3 with the strikeout. So HOU on third, future Cub of America, and Julio Lugo on first. Weathers' pitch struck him out. A full count curveball, kind of a half-hearted swing and miss. That brings up Berkman with 2 out. Lance has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3. So the Cubs are in a hole now. They're down 4-0. Pitch to Lance. Chopper to short. Gutierrez flings one on the run to McGriff, and that will retire the side. Michael Jackson's going to release a Golden Album and pitch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's now Houston 4. They get a run on 2 hits. They leave on 2. Cubs nothing. So Jackson making his 70th appearance. He is 2-3 with a save and an earned run average of .292. Mike is 36, the former Mariner, a fastball pitcher at 86, and a standard pitcher. Pitched down in Houston twice against the Cubs. Last pitched Tuesday in a 5-3 win over the Cardinals. He went and faced 1 batter and struck him out on 4 pitches. 74 innings, 62 hits, 26 runs, 24 earned, 11 homers, 30 walks, and 56 strikeouts. 6th appearance against the Cubs. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walking 4 and striking out 5, an earned run average of .257. Is he only wearing 1 glove? Why, yes. He's a pitcher. It's not really sparkly, though. Who can hit a righty time, and that's going to be... You got some options here, and we're going to start with Bill Miller. Miller, as a pinch hitter, doesn't have an average. 286 overall, 7 homers, and 26 RBI. Jackson starts his effort. Base hit left field. Berkman will pick it up. The wind is back up now, blowing in from right at 37 miles an hour. In John's 22 World Series replay, giving deep drive a spin. Aaron Nola did the same thing as Tapani. A no-hitter into the 7th, then a walk, a single, and then an Earl Weaver shot. Some triple sec, I think, for that, right? On the 3-run. And that was so Nola. So Weathers obviously is not going to hit here. Delino DeShields will pinch hit at 231 with 3 RBI as a pinch hitter. Delino overall, 237, a homer, and 9 RBI. Since coming over from the Baltimore Orioles. 4-0 Houston, bottom of the 8th. They lead the Cubs. Pitch to DeShields, ball 4. So the Cubs have 2 on and nobody out for Eric Young, who was 2 for 3. He has singled twice and struck out, and was also picked off at first in the first. Jackson off to a shaky start here in the 8th. Base hit left field. That will continue. Berkman will pick it up, and Miller is on third. So now Ricky Gutierrez is the tying run for the Cubs with nobody out here in the top of the 8th, or the bottom of the 8th. Jackson, deep breath, deals. Ground ball to Biggio. They'll trade 2 for 1. Lugo for 1 over to Bagwell, and it's a 4-6-3 double play. But Miller will score. DeShields on third. 2 out for slamming Sammy Sosa, who has a double his 28th. He's 1 for 3. Jackson deals, and Sosa draws the walk. So again, the tying run is at the plate, this time as Fred McGriff. Fred is 0 for 3. The difference is there's 2 out now. Into right, but that's into that 37-mile-an-hour wind, and that will be caught rather easily. A run on 2 hits and no errors, so the Cubs break on the board. We go to the 9th, however. It is the Astros 4, the Cubs 1. Miller in the game at third. Farnsworth, who has pitched the last 2 games, will come in the 9th. He is at full speed, and you don't get held back this time of year. Farnsworth making his 75th appearance, 7-6, 3 saves, a 3.24 ERA. He is a cough. He's 25, slider at 96, and a fly ball pitcher. As we said, has pitched the last 2 games, but those were against the Pirates. So last night, in an 8-5 win for the Cubs, he went 1 inning, threw 15 pitches, allowed a solo homer while striking out 2. Overall for Kyle, 75 innings, 54 hits, 27 runs, all earned, 10 homers. He's walked 21 while striking out 85. 7th appearance against the Astros, 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, and 10 strikeouts. He has an ERA at 2.84, but a record of 0-1. So here is Hidalgo, Merced, and Castilla to face Farnsworth in the 9th. Hidalgo has an RBI and a single, and a run scored, and a strikeout. Farnsworth starts the ninth, fly ball to left, White, 1 out. So White, Tucker, and Hundley do up for the Cubs in the bottom of the ninth. Merced, his home run, might have broken some hearts here in Chicago. He is 1 for 3. How you doing, Steve Tate? He hit his 8th of the year, driving in 2. And if this lead holds, the Astros' magic number is 2, or will be 2. Pitch to Merced, popped up. Hundley drops the mask into foul territory and makes the catch 2 away for Vinny Castilla, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Houston. And they have left on 3. The Cubs, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. And they have left on 6. And Chris Truby will pinch hit. Truby, as a pinch hitter, hitting 125. That's not good. Overall, 214, 5 homers, 10 RBI. Farnsworth trying to get out of this inning clean. Struck him out. He did. Swung on and missed, and here comes Billy Wagner to close it out. We go to the bottom of the ninth here at Wrigley. Again, the wind blowing right in from right at 37. It's the Astros 4, the Cubs 1. So it's Wagner making his 58th appearance. He is 4 and 2. He has saved 42 out of 43 games. And his earned run average is $1 General, 99 cents. So Wagner is 29. The fastball tops out at 94. And he is a fly ball plus pitcher. He went 2 nights ago against the Cardinals. Went 1 inning, 25 pitches, 2 hits, and a strikeout. The Cubs beat him, by the way, in the 22nd, but it was not a save situation. 63 and a third for Wagner. I don't think, anyway. 36 hits, 7 runs, all earned. A homer, 17 walks, and 86 strikeouts. 9th appearance against the Cubs. 8 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. However, he has walked 6 and struck out 7. He does have 5 saves against the Cubs and a 1-1 record. And a Steeler fan is all ready to cheer. His ERA is 2.16. So White, Tucker, and Hundley. The Cubs need 3 to tie and 4 to win. White is 1 for 3. Wagner deals, base hit up the middle. So it's a pensive crowd and a nervous crowd here at Wrigley. Here's Tucker. Going to play the reverse split game here. The computer's telling me the chances are 282 that he gets a hit. Tucker's 0 for 3. White, not a threat to steal. Struck him out. A 1-2 curveball. So, Matt, tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern, the Astros are 2 outs away from having a chance to clinch tomorrow. On this channel, here's Hundley. Todd is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. We look to the bench. Who can hit a lefty? Roosevelt Brown. Again, a lefty-lefty split. As a pinch hitter, Roosevelt 382. A homer and 7 RBI. Wagner, overall for Roosevelt, 244. A homer and 15 RBI. White on first, 1 out. Wagner deals. Slow ground ball, Lugo to first, and Brown will be out. They got him on a bang-banger. That was close. Lugo made a pretty good throw on that one, but Brown was hustling down the line, and now the Cubs are down to last chance saloon. So White on second. Here's Bill Miller. He pinch hit and stayed in the ball game to play third in the eighth inning. He singled and scored. 4-1 Astros. Wagner looking to close the door for the 43rd time. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. The ball game's over. Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie. The Astros' magic number is now 2. And if Arizona wins their game, then the Cubs will be tied for the wild card. 3 hours and 4 fake minutes. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Houston. They only leave on 3. Orlando Merced, your digital dice player of the game. Gardner being so bothered by the fact that I'm playing baseball again. The Cubs 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors. Poor Kevin Tapani. He threw 6 innings, a no-hit ball, and then allowed 4 hits. All 4 runs are charged to Kevin. He had plus stuff, 7 innings plus the homer and 8 strikeouts. Reynolds, 17-3 now for Houston. 7 innings, 5 hits, and 5 strikeouts. Wagner locking down his 43rd save. The stores, and this is true, this isn't just because of the stream, already have Halloween stuff out. Today, by the way, is August 2nd. Halloween is the day after my sister's birthday, and she's probably not looking to turn 45 any faster than that. That's 3 months away. So the rest of this Thursday in baseball, Mets beat the Expos 6-2. Riggin 5-1. Graham Lloyd 5-8. Alfonso 3-for-4 with 2 doubles. The White Sox 7-2 over Minnesota. Happy birthday, Jerry Garcia. Well, he would thank you for that if he was here. Wright 3-3. Brad Radke now 9-15. Jose Canseco 2-for-3 with his 12th. I think Chicago's magic number is now 4. Oakland beats Anaheim 10-5. Eric Chavez 3 hits, a homer and 5 RBI. Johnny Damon 3-for-5 is 11th with a double. Corey Liddell 8-5. Wise 2-2. The A's again now 98 game winners. Reds beat the Phils, okay, 6-2. Davis 9-3. Omar Dahl 10-10. Adam Dunn hits his 20th. He goes 3-for-4 with 2 doubles. I believe we're doing Braves Marlins. St. Hines gets the win as the Braves win 1-0. Matt Clement falls to 7-8. Cliff Floyd 2-for-4 is 34th of the year. Toronto loses to Tampa Bay 9-8. Blue Jays strike out 18 times in 12 innings. Zambrano 6-4. Koch Coke goes to 5-9. Latham 3-for-6, a triple and a stolen base. Orioles beat the Red Sox 5-4. Douglas 1-0. Derek Lowe falls to 10-6. Trot Nixon is having a monster year. 2-for-3 is 36 and drives in 2. Tigers beat the Royals 6-4. Corneo 1-4. McDougal 0-1. Colorado beats San Diego too much, too little, too late, 9-4. Jennings 2-4. Jones falls to 4-14. Petrick 2-for-3 with a double. Randy Johnson strikes out 17, a one-hitter through 8. Gives up 2 runs. Arizona, and gets his 21st of the year. Oh, by the way, Arizona is now tied with the Cubs for the wild card following their 7-4 win. Tomorrow we close out the week with a doubleheader. At 11:30 Eastern, it'll be the Astros trying to clinch the National League Central and be the first team to be really in the playoffs as they play the Cubs. Roy Oswalt and John Lieber going in that one at Wrigley. And then following that, the battle for the National League East, Philadelphia and Florida. Robert Person and Ryan Dempster. That's the second game, and that'll be it for this week. When we're with you Monday, it'll be, well, we have Oakland and Seattle picked, but there's always a chance that we could go elsewhere. Houston probably won't do Houston, Chicago again. So a variety of different games. The Dodgers and Diamondbacks could be juicy as well because that could be for a wild card. So that's what we got for you. Doubleheader, Cubs, Astros, Marlins, Phillies. And so here are the magic numbers and all that as we say goodbye. Phil's magic number is 8. Marlins now lead the Braves by 1. In the Central, it's Houston can clinch tomorrow right here on the stream. San Francisco's magic number to win the West is 5. Arizona and Chicago tied for the wild card. The Dodgers 2 back. St. Louis is 2 back. Florida 3 back. Atlanta 4 back. So battle royale it is. Yankees by 1 over the Red Sox. Magic number is 10. White Sox can clinch tomorrow. Their magic number is 2. Seattle is technically clinched a playoff spot. They win the division. Their magic number is 4. And the Halloween stuff is out. How in the world would that be fresh for 8 weeks? All right, Ron Jucker, thank you so much for watching. 11:30 tomorrow for a Pennant Chase doubleheader. Until then, have yourselves a good day, everybody. So long.